Alrighty, guys, it's time to wrap it up for today. So it's 3:30. This is July 3rd, and 4th of July is upon us. So the market closed here at 1:15 Eastern, and since then it has been the oil and gold holding up. So nice little move to the upside on the employment situation. We started off on the long side. There was no reason to buy weakness. The market just took off and started heading higher, and it never really looked back. So we had a nice low volume rally to the upside to get started going into tomorrow's trading. Now we have a half a day tomorrow. Market reopens again at 6 Eastern, but it's going to be a half a day. Probably going to be more sideways action, not much happening. So I'm not going to be opening a room. I'll see you all back on Monday. So stay on the long side. Look to buy weakness going into Monday's trading and see if they can hold on to this. Maybe even continue. Now the bill passed, as you know, the one big beautiful bill passed the House. And it's going to be signed into law. So I think we're going to see some tailwinds going into next week. That's definitely. So that's going to be good. Looking at the bonds and well, before I get there, I mean, yeah, real quick, you saw I talked about this before. That's a real quick one here. Two trades on the net yesterday. Yes, the one small, there was earlier on here. There was just one short over here, the one long with trade. The first one was shakeout. The second one I got out of because the Nasdaq started selling off. So didn't do much for that. So 750 on that. So that was about it. On the bonds and the Nasdaq, I did took a couple of bond trades today. Got kind of squished, but on the wrong side of it. So, and the bond market is not forgiving. The first trade was great, and they also pulled back, and they just did not work out. They ran it lower, and then it's not so much they ran it lower. They had this 1 o'clock news thing come out, and I kind of missed that, and they just knocked me out right there. Then they right traced all the way back up. Would I hit my target? They never did though, because I canceled it. It's like shit. I got stopped out, so I didn't want to get reversed. Then I made a mistake of getting long on that one. That was like a reflex, a mistake on my part. Shitty trade location, reactionary trade, and then ended up getting paid for it. But they ran it a little bit lower and then right back up again. So they squeezed me out twice, and I was okay, I'm done 11 ticks, I'm stopping. And the bond is as they trade big, so it's a big tick size, $31. So the loss looks pretty big. But anyway, so that was it. And I said, yeah, stop trading it. There's no point of trading it after that. It's, you're not going to be able, there's not going to be enough movement in the bonds, as you can tell after that, to do anything. So I just kind of get out of it. But frustrating to see that they never retested that low. They just kind of ran it right back up. So this was more of a shaking out weak longs, and that was me. So there you go. I did a couple of trades on the Nasdaq. Also, nice move to the upside on that guy. So they were definitely rocked to the upside. I tried with a one long trade, but shaken out. One short trade on a reversal got shaken out of that one. And both of them were positive enough to go to break even, but then they got shaken out on both. And I tried one more buy here on the pullback and had a small trade there. It got out too early on that thing, and a little bit too early on that one, looking at how it developed afterward. But I'm up 24 on that one, so three trades, 24 bucks on the bucks on the Nasdaq. So okay, not crazy, not crazy good, but not negative at least. So that's those are the trades I took today. Finally, oil and gold. But on the Nasdaq, just start from the long side. On the bonds, start from the short side going into the overnight. Looks to me like yeah, that's going to be the direction to go going into Monday's trading. Then finally, oil and gold. Not traded any of those today, but as you can tell, they're sideways. Gold took a nice leg lower it was actually based on the employment situation, took a nice leg lower, and then they kind of just stalled, so they didn't go anywhere. But they were right back here and backed off that upper edge. So if you were short on that one, you would be smiling. But getting into the employment situation in a trade would not be recommended. Either way, though, the resistance held, and they ended up after the reaction just setting in right at value. So starting off range bound on gold, same story that on oil. They never took out the 6650, so I'm going to stay at range bound with a bias to the upside on oil going into the Monday's trading. So we'll see how that develops. So range bound oil bias to the upside, still look to buy against that 6650s. And on gold, just range bound trading back, sell the 45s and buy the 32s at least in the short term. So that's where we are on that, oil and gold. So back to the ES, and that's where we are. We'll wrap it there for now, guys, and I'll see you back on Monday. You have a happy 4th, and let's see, go at it again next week. Nice to see how this big, beautiful bill actually turns into, if that turns into tailwinds, what happens. All right, guys, see you back on Monday. Have a good weekend and a happy 4th. Later.